Okay, and how many of you have actually, why are you laughing?
Because that's me.
Well, you're not helpful in the video then, Jada. I think we should.
I should step up.
Talk about, yeah. That is
I
why,
should be behind the screen.
Thank you.
So
you
you
can be
can
watching the video. Hey guys.
Hi.
Welcome to our YouTube channel.
I'm Jada.
I'm Shanna. This video is going to be about getting things done and not making excuses.
Yeah.
No excuses, like zero, zilch. Okay. So getting things done. How many of you have been trying to start a business and are still making excuses? Still don't have the business started, still don't have your website together, still don't have all the little things figured out. How many of you saw this at the thinking stage? This idea has been catching dust. It's been buried on the ground.
Literally at this point, it's a vampire.
It's a ghost.
It's a zombie.
Literally. This is about, oh, I don't have a website. I don't know how to make a website. I don't know where to begin. I don't know how to go about it. There are so many videos online on YouTube itself that will tell you how to start a business, that will give you every single tips, like literally hold your hand to get you to have a business. So there are no excuses. Like literally every step you want to start a business is all online, it's all there.
Actually, one common excuse that I've seen like people use is, I don't have money to start a business.
Yeah, I don't need
Like,
money.
it's such a common excuse. And there are like 50,000 videos on like how to start a business for free. I feel like there's not one excuse that could really work. You're scared, just do it.
Exactly.
You don't think there's a market for it, test out if there is a market for it.
Be the first one.
Literally,
To get
create
out there
a
and do it.
questionnaire. Ask the people who you think will be your customers what they want. Like, just do it. Just try something. You can literally always change your mind. It doesn't matter how old you are. You can be like 60.
And still do it. Get out there. No excuses.
So,
And like, okay, if your idea changes several times, that's okay as well. Like we done that with our own business. Just change it until it feels, God knows. Change it until it feels like, hey, I've got, like now I'm happy. Like what I've got together, that I'm working on. I love it. But even if at first, you know, it's just a little something, you gotta keep tweaking it. Do that, keep tweaking it until you feel like, hey, yeah, no, this is good. This is good. We're getting somewhere. And then you'll wake up and you'll realize, hey, actually, I love this idea and I love what we're working with. Tip number 2, fake it till you make it.
you just have to fake it. Because like, I'm faking it right now. I don't really like filming videos. I don't really like speaking to audiences.
Anybody.
And yet here I am doing just that.
You have to put yourself out there, like whether it's networking events, whether it's just the strangers on the street, go speak to them. Like people aren't that bad. They're actually really welcoming and people love when, you know,
Don't harass people.
Yeah, not in that way. If you have like a business idea and stuff and you go up to people and say, hey, this is what I do, would you be interested? People are so lovely, so don't be afraid of, you know, putting yourself out there.
If you fall on some people that aren't lovely, okay.
Move on.
Yeah, just
move on. Like, yes, not
Which is
everyone's gonna be
hard.
nice.
It's hard, but like, there's like 8 billion people.
Literally.
There's bound to be some annoying little. The answer is always no if you don't ask. It's actually a lesson that took us a while to learn because we just never like to ask. We were just like, no, it's gonna be a no.
We just assumed that everything was just gonna be no.
And our mum actually is the one that was like, just ask.
Yeah, like, how do you know? And she kept like showing it to us, or like she would do it herself and she would just put herself out there and go ask people these random things. And she would actually get yes most of the time, and even when she got no's, it was never that deep.
Nothing is ever that deep.
If
you really think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, some things are deep, but a lot of things, like someone saying no.
It's like, we just think we're so important. We think that everyone sees the same worth that we have, but people don't care about you. People don't have time to be thinking about you when they're thinking about themselves.
You have to make people think about you.
Exactly. They don't, if they just see you and your appearance, you could look great. You could be amazingly put together, whatever. People don't care. They will look at you, go, oh wow, you look great,
Bye.
and then move on. If you want people to stop and listen to you and what you have to say, you've got to go out there and say, hello, this is me, I'm here, listen to me, like give me some attention here. Okay.
You know, actually, a good tip, if you just don't know what your niche should be, do many different things to grab people's attention, and then whatever caught their attention, carry on doing that for retention.
One thing that worked for me as well was I needed to write down everything I was good at, because I just kept changing my business idea. It was good, but it wasn't good enough. It was just not what I wanted to do. And the focus just kept being changed based on what everyone else thought. And by writing down everything I was good at, like the different type of topics that I could go into or niches that I could go into, then I was like, hey, do you know what? I like this. Maybe there is a market out there for me where I can do what it is that I like. And I'm putting myself out there and I'm going to get what I want. It's going to happen. It's going to take its time, but it's going to happen. And yeah, if I just sit on my ass all day and go, like if I hadn't tried these other topics beforehand, I never would have been in the situation to know what it is that I do want to do.
I want to differentiate between constructive criticism and disrespect. A lot of the time it's probably just going to be constructive criticism, and if you dish it out, you have to be able to take it. Even if you don't dish it out, you have to be able to take it, because some people do want your success. Not everyone's out here to get you.
You have like literally most people will try and be helpful in some type of way. They'll be like, hey, okay, I love this, but this doesn't work. I love that, but that, maybe you could tweak it a little bit. Maybe you can make changes. And it's up to you. If you want to take it on and make the changes.
You don't have to.
Exactly, because everyone's going to have their opinion about what you do. They're welcome to give you their opinion. What you do with it is entirely up to you. You can take it and be like, hey, thanks. At least, you know what, I got some type of feedback. I know what to do next time. But if you like your work and you like what you're doing, leave it. You will find an audience that likes it. And those who don't, or those who feel like, hey, it's just not right. Okay, so what? It's your work. You're happy, you like it, keep it. If you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, leave it, love.
Add a little pinch of sugar to make it extra sweet.
Do it for yogurt.
Make sure to take the good criticism. Don't just think every criticism is bad.
Tip number 3. Exposure therapy.
Yeah, I think we kind of touched on it in the last point, but let's get deep into this one. So I don't know if you're on TikTok, you've probably seen those videos of people just going out there and into situations where people are bound to say no to them, or at least they think people are going to say no, and then they just accept the no, and it's just like, oh, I didn't die from hearing no. I'm still here and still thriving. That's basically what exposure therapy is. You just expose yourself to the thing that scares you, the things that makes you feel uncomfortable, the things that just don't feel right, until you're like, it's not that bad.
It's not that deep, actually, even.
Yeah.
Because it's just, we all think, oh no, it's going to be so embarrassing, like putting yourself out there. People are going to say so many things. Again, people don't care. People do not care that much.
That's true.
Like, they'll remember you for a little while, but then you will not be their primary thought. You will never be on someone's mind more than they are on their own.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's like, you're like, oh my god, people from my past might see me and like, that's embarrassing. It's less embarrassing to be seen trying than it is to just be seen doing nothing with your life, because you're just so scared of repercussions, or like so scared of people judging you. They'll still judge you, like,
yeah.
I mean, I hate to break it to you, but even if you do absolutely nothing,
that's still judgment. Yeah.
If you're like the most heroic person in the world, they'll still judge you.
Yeah,
you
like,
can't do anything without people's judgment.
Exactly. It will come regardless. whether you want it or not. So you might as well go out there, go do something, go try it. And then that way they can judge, but you're already succeeding. You're already well on your way to success. And if they don't like it again, so what?
There'll always be people that scare you, things that scare you, situations that scare you.
That's when you have to be like, yeah, that scares me.
Like David Goggins.
Jump. Exactly. Be a David Goggins. Like,
be all of those inspirational video people.
Sleep is for the weak. Get up. Go out there. Do it.
Do you want it as bad as you want to breathe?
Yeah. No, but literally, if you don't want it as bad as you want to breathe, then why are you doing it in the first place?
Yeah.
People will be haters regardless.
Low-key, you will I don't think you should really want anything as bad as you want to breathe, but
do you know
word to words, it's an exaggeration.
Yeah, just literally, there is nothing more fun and more liberating than knowing you've done something for yourself. Knowing that you were terrified of doing this thing, obviously nothing too dangerous, but knowing that you were terrified of doing this thing and you went out there and jumped,
still did it
first. Exactly, because after that you look at yourself and you're like, oh, I did all
you see yourself in a new light. You're like,
and you're like, oh, what next challenge can I do? What other thing can I do?
You're like,
and
who is she?
Who's she?
Like,
yeah.
That's a new flavor of
a new
Jada that I
side of
had
me.
not seen before.
And you're gonna be so happy knowing that you can do that. You're gonna want to keep doing things, and you should. You should. Do not stop yourself unless it's dangerous and you're like, you're putting your life at risk. Don't do that. Not even for views, please don't. But if it's something that you know is going to impact your future in a better way, why do people matter? Like, you will create such a big fan group of people who are like, hey, let us support you. Let us, like, we love what you're doing. We love you putting yourself out there.
There's someone out there for everyone.
Exactly. And it may not be it may not be soon. It may take a while for you to get there, but you will find your people. So please don't give up and go, oh no, nobody likes me. Nobody's like buying from my shop or whatever.
You have no friends. You have no love interest.
People will come. Exactly. Keep trying. Keep putting yourself out there. You will find those people. You will find them. They're here. Yeah. They exist. You just haven't advertised to them yet. They haven't seen you yet. But once they find you, they'll be the most loyal people ever.
And even if they're not, you could go to a next server people and try again.
Yeah, people move on. They change.
Just try again.
Change, and that's okay. But you will find the people. Like as you go along, you'll find those that fit your niche and that like you and that like what you do, and you want those people to stick around.
Go where you're wanted, not where you're tolerated.
Exactly. Because if people tolerate you and they don't like you, then you're in the wrong place.
A way to tell if people are just tolerating you, it's like when you speak, they'll just be like, shut up, or like if you're excited about something, they're just like,
that's great,
let's move on, let's talk about me instead. If they always try to bring it back to them, you'll feel it like inside of yourself. You'll be like, I deserve more. And you know what? A way to actually really help yourself, stop making self-deprecating jokes. People love it. People think, oh my god, it's so cool. It's like, it's so in. Like, your brain can't tell the difference between a joke and reality. The things you tell yourself are the things that you will feel like you are. Like, oh my god, I'm so lame. You're gonna be like, I am lame.
You need to be your biggest support, and you need to be like, hey, do you know what? I'm actually really good at this. And like, oh, I love that.
I'm that girl.
Like, exactly. You are that.
Like, be conceited. Like, so what? Like we said before, people will not like you anyways. There will be criticism anyways. I'm not saying be like narcissistic or something.
Yeah, obviously.
But
just, remain
you
humble,
are you. Like, be conceited. Be like, yeah.
You are amazing. You are gorgeous. You have all the qualities and traits you need to be able to put yourself out there and do what you want. And you should. Because what other excuses is there apart from your perfection? So go do it.
And even if you're like, but I don't want to be perfect. I don't want to be gorgeous. I don't want to be blah, 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 blah. Okay, there will still be someone that's like super interested.
Exactly.
Because not everyone wants perfection. Not everyone wants beauty. Not everyone wants success. They just want to be.
Exactly. So create those definitions for yourself. Beauty doesn't have to be makeup. Beauty doesn't have to be wearing a slim dress or being thin or being whatever. Beauty is what you created. And so long as you're happy, you wake up, you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, oh God, I look good. Then that's it. That's all you need. You don't need anybody else to tell you, oh, you look so nice today. I love the dress you have on, or I love your makeup. I love your necklace. No, you don't need anyone to tell you that. If you wake up and you're like, hey, I look fun. I look like a snack.
I look like a little chocolate eclair.
If that is you and you wake up and you're happy, girl, who can tell you no? Who can tell you no? Because you're gonna live with yourself the rest of your life. You do not need to be hearing what
you're with yourself 24/7. Imagine you were with a person 24/7 and you kept judging them. Do you know how much animosity there would be?
Get out.
That's probably why you have so many problems of self-love and self-respect. It's because you're not even being nice to yourself.
You can't speak to yourself properly. Exactly. You're hating on yourself 24/7, and yet, you're hating on yourself 24/7, and yet you think what, love is gonna grow there? No, you're literally so toxic to yourself. Had anyone spoken to you like that, you would have been like, get out.
Be like the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus. Always uplift each other.
Exactly, they actually really do. And have that
you
little
should watch the movie and see.
Have that little circle of what's it called? The circle of appreciation or something. They go, we need to breathe. We need a minute to just breathe and get back to ourselves. Do that with yourself, because whenever you start doubting and you go, hey, no, I'm not good enough, I'm not this enough, I don't know, Jada, it ain't right. Exactly,
it is right.
Go back, do that in a circle, and you can tell yourself, hey, I've got it. I've got this together. Even if it's scary to go out there and speak to people, even if it's scary to go and put makeup on because I don't know if I can do it right, if I can start a business because I don't know if my idea is good enough, go do it. Go do it. And you will see how there's so many people who are either doing the same niche or who have similar kind of ideas, and they can help you so much. Like, if you thought you couldn't put yourself out there, these people will give you so many ideas for free. And you'll be like, why did I never think of this?
That's true.
And you'll be so happy that you actually did, because when you think, oh, I can do this all by myself, you can't. You cannot. You need people to help you get there, and they will. If you find those people, like literally all the networking events ever, people will speak just for the sake of speaking. So go ask them the questions that you have. Don't go keeping it all to yourself. No, it's fine. No, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't put myself out there. Go do it. It will be so beneficial.
Point number, have hobbies. Different hobbies. Change your hobbies every single week if you have to. Literally.
Well, I mean, let yourself like it first, or like try it out.
Yeah, no, but if you get bored quickly or something, just do different things. If you look it up, there are so many hobbies you can pick up. You can literally go bird watching, or collect rocks, paint rocks. I love painting rocks.
Painting in general. We have a painting session, by the way, so if you want to join, we will link it in the description.
It's for Women's Day. It's the day before Mother's Day,
and it's all about how to be in your soft feminine energy. So for all our ladies out there, go sign up. Can't wait to see you there. Hobbies. If you want to be a new person, you've got to do new things. You cannot be a new person and remain the same as you were yesterday. No, it's not going to work. You have to actively try different things, as in go hiking, go read a book, go paint rocks, go birdwatch, do all these different things, and then you'll be like, hey, do you know what, I like this, don't like that, okay, let's try something new. And that will make you feel like you're such a different person, because you will have had so many experiences and you will have met so many people along your way. You'll be like, wow, do you know what, had I never actually put myself out there, that part of me would have always remained undiscovered, because I never would have actually gone out there to do it.
Kind of starting with a business straight away, because that can be really daunting. Start with trying to do it as a hobby. So if you want to make jewelry for yourself, make jewelry for your friends, post videos of yourself making jewelry. Don't make it like an advert when you post videos. Just literally just be yourself making jewelry. It doesn't even have to be an interesting video. I will probably watch it. You know what? Link your channels or your TikToks down below. We will watch everything.
Exactly.
I love watching things.
And then when you're ready, start selling on Etsy, start selling on different platforms. That way you can put yourself out there and see hey, do you know what, people actually love my stuff.
Yeah. And also if you need advice or some constructive criticism, just let us know, and then we can do that too.
Yeah, we can help you out.
But yeah, start with hobbies. Don't make all of your hobbies work, because obviously you're gonna get bored of it. But make like the hobby you love the most, like maybe singing, drawing, speaking to people. Make that your work.
Yeah, I do agree with the, you know, you have to, like, regardless of whether you have a business or not, you have to have hobbies, because you cannot be doing the same thing 24/7. You will burn out. You will literally get so fed up, so tired. You will hate what you're doing. Literally. And so you need to figure out when you take time off, because the business you're trying to create cannot be your worst enemy, because then it's just pointless. But
I feel like that happens a lot though.
Because you're in it 24/7, because, you know, a lot of the time you're by yourself doing everything, and it just gets a lot. And I know there are things that have to be completed. It doesn't mean you can't take a couple hours out off during the night, or a day off on the weekend, or whatever works for you, but take some time off. You will be so thankful for it. And literally watch Netflix, watch YouTube videos, like completely turn yourself off from work. I started a jewelry business, and then I realized I don't like making jewelry like that. That is not for me. No, thank you. I knew from the beginning, like after what, like 2 months, 1 month, I don't know. I knew that I was gonna be miserable doing this. And even though I'd put my stuff on Etsy, and like, you know, a few people bought, but it was just, I wasn't happy. Like, I loved making it and I loved being creative, but I would do that like on a random weekend where it's just, I want to do something different. But as an everyday thing, no.
It was really hard actually.
Yeah, and I didn't see myself going to markets and selling and all that stuff, because it's just, I wasn't enjoying what I was doing. Whereas with this business, I'm like, hey, this sounds a lot more like me. And now I feel like, hey, I've got something together. And it's still something that maybe along the line I'll be like, whoa, this is a lot. But I can always change it and tweak it. The jewelry business was just too fixed for me. It was just too...
But it might work for you.
Yeah, exactly. So if it works for you and that's what you like and you're happy with that, go for it.
It's all about being able to sit with yourself and just be honest with yourself. Reflect. Do I really want this?
Yeah.
And if the answer is no, no isn't always bad. You know?
It's not. It's okay to change your mind every 5 seconds, but you gotta figure it out at some point. Like, you have to try it. You have to put yourself out there in order for it to be fruitful.
There is no specific timeline of when you have to complete something. You can be 101 years old.
You still gotta get out
that's
there.
when you start your business. That's when you go out there. That's when you try to make friends. That's when you try to meet the love of your life.
Do you know how many people you'd find though if you're 101? Because people will be like, wow, how did you survive to that long? And they'll be interested. So go for it.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, do not be like, please don't let other people have succeeded before you stop you, or people who say no to you stop you, or anyone for that matter. You will always find competition. You will always find someone who's ahead of you. So what? It's life. Like, every business has literally been recycled in some form. So even if you repeat something, just add your twist to it, and that way it's different. That way that's your unique selling point, because there's your you touch to it. Bye guys.
Bye.
Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video, and join us for more.
Have a wonderful day.
Yes, and we will put the link to
tomorrow
our website down below. So any of you who need these classes to have a bit more confident, but we got you. We got you. Okay, you can have a class.
You even have a free consultation at the start, just to make sure that is the right one for you.
Exactly. Have a free consultation on us and enjoy feeling a bit more confident, a bit more
sexy.
you. Like, go out there. Go